Hello, and welcome to the C Show. I'm Charlie.
I'm Connor.
And I'm Jared.
You didn't get it this weekend. You deserve it. First of all, I would like to thank the many, many fans throughout this country that wrote cards and letters to Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, while I was down. Secondly, I want to thank Jim Crockett Promotions for waiting and taking the time because I know how important it was. Starcade 85. It is to the wrestling fans and it is to Jim Crockett Promotions. And Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, with that week, got what I wanted. Ric Flair, the world's heavyweight champion.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't believe we didn't get one person to bite. I thought someone would at least release their
you
caution
let
to
him
the
off
wind.
the hook too easy.
I don't have
I'm a coward.
to say a lot more about the way I feel.
You don't have to. I'm like, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No respect, no honor. There's no honor among thieves in the first place. He put hard times on Dusty Rhodes and his family. You don't know what hard times are, Daddy. Hard times are where the textile workers around this country are out of work, got 4-5 kids, can't pay their wages, can't pay their food. Hard times are where the auto workers are out of work and they tell them, go home. And hard times are when a man has worked at the job 30 years. 30 years! And they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, Daddy. That's hard times. That's hard times.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. I agree. I did let them off the hook too easy. I thought we could get one person to bite. I'll have to recalculate when we go back up.
So we're talking about AXW American Dreams. We were in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, at the historic Hamburg Fieldhouse. Antonio from AXW tells me all the time that Vince McMahon himself, senior, hung the lights in the Hamburg Fieldhouse. Overall, off the top, what were your guys' sort of reactions, your thoughts about the event?
I really loved it. I thought every match was really good. I appreciated how it felt more family friendly than some of the other ones we did. It was kind of not lower key in intensity, but I didn't feel like they were just the cheap oh, let me get everyone mad or whatever else. I feel like there was a little more just a little more juice through the crowd because of that. So it wasn't based off of ooh, anger, right? Even the heels and the people that got booed, it just felt more in good fun of it all, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun as an event. The wrestling was really good, but I was, busy doing some social media work and making jokes to Connor, which is important work as well. And it was just a really nice atmosphere. I super appreciate that it's not a 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock show.
That was huge.
Huge part of the family friendly appeal is making it a 5 o'clock show, being super cool and chill with vendors, affordable snackage. It was just a really well run. They made it really easy to attend and to enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I have to say Antonio and his crew, Antonio and Jared, running the show at AXW, do a really phenomenal job. I really loved how all of the vendors were in the same room. It's a big space, the Hamburg Fieldhouse, but all of the vendors are around the ring, so that at intermission, it was just very natural for the crowd to come back out and talk with everybody. We did a lot of card sale. We ripped open some Pokemon cards with folks. We talked to, I was looking at it today. We talked to AJ Morales, Cowboy Pete Carter. We talked to Just Joe. And we talked to our friend, former guest on the show, Leo Sparrow. We didn't get any chance to talk to Matt Quay. I did see Quay talking about what we're going to talk about here in a second, pre-show. Same with AJ, them talking about what they're going to do and acting it out. And there were points where I was I don't want to see what you guys are doing. I don't want to see what you guys are doing. So getting started, the pre-show match was a battle royale with Alec Odin winning. Did you guys have any spots from that you guys wanted to talk about?
I loved all the different entrances,
yes.
and I can't lie with you volunteering to video. I would be lying if I didn't say during the battle royal, I was let me watch Charlie kind of run around and space out here to where they're trying to go. But again, it was a very small, intimate venue. Again, people were back and forth with the fans, right? You saw kids interacting with them, just all the entrances and being able to see 10 guys come out like that, and again, it's a hell of a way to start a show. I'm always going to love a battle royal.
And yes, Connor, thank you for mentioning it. We'll talk a little bit more about it later as it comes to a specific moment in the event. But I did volunteer to run camera because I just overheard. I was like, "Oh, you need a camera op? Let's do it. Let's run it." And so I was like running around the entire event, just like shooting video, trying. I haven't done that in a long time, and I haven't done that specifically, like running the soft cam on the ringside and everything. So that was really fun, really interesting. We posted a video about it on Instagram and all of the platforms earlier today, and then I'm gonna hopefully be able to squeeze some more juice out of that one. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun because you're both waiting to like watch people come in and like see, okay, what's their entrance gonna be, where they're gonna go, and then as I was telling Carlo, the guy who runs camera, who was running the main camera, it's a dance. Like it's a performance for us, like as an operator, to be like, okay, I don't know what their moves are gonna be. What is the best place for me to be? And the saving grace of the hard cam, and like knowing like, oh, you can always cut back to the hard cam. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. The event opened with Tommy Vex jumping Matt Quay as they agreed upon a match for the next event. I don't know what the name of the next event is yet.
I don't believe they gave us a name for it.
Not yet. So the future AXW event.
April 11th, if I'm correct.
April 11th, absolutely. And again, I heard Matt Quay and Vex talking about this pre-show, and I was like, I didn't realize that was Matt Quay because he's always got the sunglasses on in pictures, and I was like, oh, shoot. So Vex had another match, so that's why he didn't wrestle. I think you told me that, right, Jared?
Yeah, that Tommy Quay.
Quay had another match.
And I looked it up.
Yeah.
I did see him on a billing somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No. Matt Quay had a match somewhere else. We'll talk about it more off mic, but Matt Quay will be returning to the universe of the C Show. Next up, we had Moonshot Max St. Giovanni versus AJ Morales. Our interview with AJ was phenomenal. Super charismatic dude, just waiting to pop off.
Yeah, dude, he was awesome. He had the biggest hit of the day. He pulled Omega Latius EX full art, right? And he was super excited. Again, I appreciated how much like he was thankful to us. He really appreciated it. He was like, oh, you made me feel like kids again, like such a likable guy, like moved so well in the ring. Again,
yes.
I was hoping he would pull it out in the end. But again, you're gonna see big things from this dude, I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Max St. Giovanni, too, was a pretty good heel.
No, yeah, he played his part super well.
His brother, Leo St. Giovanni, they're a tag team, the Moon Ace Academy or something like that. Great match. Again, AJ Morales, high flyer, super fun to watch. He was doing the stuff off the ropes. I heard the kid behind me when I was rewatching the footage today go, is he going to do Undertaker? Adorable. Next up, in the AXW women's division, we had Colby Max versus Ava Everett. Colby Max can move. She had that bag. It was pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Ava Everett had some phenomenal heel moments. Going out to ringside, sitting down, of course, classic. Did you guys have anything you wanted to talk about here?
Again, I don't know how much we want to pull the curtain back. I don't know how much Antonio wants us to pull the curtain back, but again, being there so early, right, and kind of hearing some of the pre-show stuff and all, like I'd only caught the end of it, and they were talking about the finish of the match. But all I heard about was like, hey, you have to make sure you're facing hard cam this way and all. Yeah. And so it was funny as I was kind of sitting there, I'm like, all right, what is she going to do that's going to need to finish like that? And again, it was a great match. They were moving. They did a lot. And Everett won by pulling the tights. So they specifically had to make sure when she rolled her up, right, that it was facing hard cam so that people could actually see her pulling the tights. So like, right, the point of her cheating and right, the point of her getting away with it, right, is known to everyone. And again, that's something, you know, I don't think about, you know, when I watch, you know, a bigger show, right? Because they have so many cameras and so many things. Like, right, when you're in a show like this, it's like, hey, if you want it to be seen, you better make sure it's facing hard cam.
Exactly. Next up, we had Security Inc. facing off, and Security Inc. is Officer Ronnie Moses and Guard Dog Malcolm Murray versus El Magnifico and Skylar Mack. Skylar Mack was the guy in the all red, the tracksuit, Canadian luchador. Love it. Skylar Mack is the man of the night that I was really impressed by. Yeah, big man can move. Kids in the crowd were talking about how well he could move.
I thought that's a big man.
It was a big boy. Officer Moses and the guard dog Malcolm Murray. What a fun sort of throwback. It's Cop and the K9. Okay, classic, whatever. Kind of weird that it's the black guy that's the K9, but moving on. I'm just saying, is it just me? Is it just me? Okay.
I made my comments during the match. I'm okay here.
Ronnie Moses had a phenomenal sort of tantrum at the end after they lost. ACAB includes Security Inc. Next up, Miles Hawkins versus Jay Hiru. I spaced out a little bit here, though. Great match. I liked Miles. The pickup powerbomb at the end by Jay Hiru was brutal.
Yeah, that was a great way to finish. And Jared and I were actually talking before the show about how Miles probably has like the best nickname.
It's so good.
99 overall.
99
right, like
overall.
That
Miles
is
Hawkins.
just such a like people who like again like play games. People are so obsessed with
That-
like the
that's
creative
right.
player in 2K and everything else. Like if you're a 99, you're that dude, top to bottom.
2K, FIFA.
Yeah,
all of it.
his name is for the boys. I mean, that's a
Absolutely.
So when you think of a 99 overall player, like who's that for you?
I mean, I'm thinking like
For me, FIFA 15, Leo Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. They're always going for it, you know.
I'm thinking like 2K10,
Mm-hmm.
like that, or which was the one with the Jordan storyline?
Oh, I think that was like 13 or 14.
Was it 13? I mean, I don't know.
I was in high school.
Or I'm thinking like Madden and being like, all right, every year, who's going to be in the 99 club?
No, for me, it was the creative player when you could just do all the sliders and make the guy as big as you want, as fat as you want, and still make him a 99 and
Yeah,
everything.
7'5", 380 pounds.
Middle linebacker, thumper.
I would always be a running back, running like a 4.3.
One time in Madden 2010, I took the Cowboys out and I renamed them the Wu-Tang Killer Bees, based out of Staten Island, New York. Moving on. In the AXW Heritage Championship, VSK versus Leo Sparrow. So, starting out here, this was kind of a crazy match. VSK pulled out a doctor's note, said, "I'm deathly allergic to spinach." Leo Sparrow's gimmick is he pulls the spinach out, he throws it at people, and that's part of his finisher. Now, VSK being allergic to spinach, the veracity of this claim, dubious. He did have a doctor's note. There was a doctor in the building. This will come up later.
God.
So it's banned from use in the match. And when I'm walking around the ring, you know, getting footage, there's 2 pieces of spinach on the ring and then like one on the ground. And there's a guy behind me going, hey, cameraman, get the spinach. Throw it on VSK. Like, touch VSK with it. And I was like, I am an independent observer. I am a fly on the wall. I am the camera.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I am the magic eye. If somebody tells me in an AXW shirt to do that, maybe. So VSK hits what we have to assume is a nasty knee strike and then hit Leo with a flurry of punches. And before I knew it, a young girl's voice behind me went, "Oh, Leo's busted open." And then all I could see was the blood drops on the mat and then just gushing from Leo's face. What was your guys' point of view?
So when we were sitting down, we couldn't see everything. Like the last thing that I clearly saw was a pile driver to Leo.
Yeah.
And like, so then when he went down, because again, I couldn't see the blood or anything. Like again, my first thought was, is this a work? Because even his opponents, even VSK's reaction, I was like, this doesn't seem like anything's really wrong. But no, I think he was just more in shock. And now that I know that there's blood, I bet he was like, I'm going to get out of here so I don't throw open this ring or
VSK
whatever.
went straight to the back. He went straight to the locker room.
Yeah, so that was what was weird to me, where I'm like, all right, he wouldn't just bail if the guy was effed up. And like, so again, I thought it was just the pile driver angle and it'd be like, oh, he's hurt or whatever. But then Charlie just runs over and he's like, give me a shirt. So I hand him his shirt that he took off earlier, like his flannel he was wearing. And you're like, no, a shirt from the box. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because people like ringside were yelling like doctor, medic, you know, like, and
screaming for the guy to ring the bell. And he didn't ring the bell. It's another reason. I'm like, all right, if it were a real emergency, they would ring the bell and get the doctor out.
I heard the like one of the the announcer is like leaning over, and be like, "Hey, ring the bell, ring the bell."
Yeah. I think the announcers knew what was happening. There was just
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I
no idea.
I was like coming off posting a thing, and then I was going to post something else, and I stood up to like start like looking for an angle, and all of a sudden I look up, and the opponent's like outside the ring, and I'm like, what did I miss? So to me, I was like, oh.
Yeah, and so the match like kind of pauses for a minute. They bring in the medic. I go back to the table to grab a shirt. I grabbed the shirt because I'm like, I don't know how much blood there's gonna be. I figured anything to like just to throw on. And I toss that to Antonio as he's going to Leo to like figure out what's happening. They get the doctor over. The doctor's looking at him, and the doctor's like, "Oh, like you can see it in his eyes." He's like, "Oh snap! Like this is not good." Like as he's coming over, and. And then, like, I walk over and I'm like keeping the camera down because I'm like, I don't know what's going on specifically. Like, I don't want if he's gonna keep bleeding, that's not great video, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's better to do that at a distance, especially with what you guys told me for the pre-show. And so, they called it basically to no contest due to injury, but Leo screaming in the ring like, "I'm not leaving without my belt."
Dude, and that was another thing where I was like,
"Leo, what are you doing?"
where I was like, well, no, for me, it was like, am I still getting worked? Or is he just like, is he good enough? And he is, again, after talking to him and everything else, I'm like, he's good enough to be like, I'm still making a moment out of this. You think I'm going out not on my sword?
After the whole event, Leo was talking with O'Shea Edwards, and O'Shea Edwards was like, you can't script that. Like, that's 100%. Like, you took that moment and you owned it. Like, we were talking about, like, the adrenaline from this, like it's just sky high. And then we'll talk about it next, but O'Shea Edwards and Lance NOI,
the crowd was so hot from it. Like after, because again, everyone's like, it's right, it's that roller coaster, that range of emotions. Oh my god, what's going on? Is he okay? And he's like, I'm not leaving without my belt. Like, right, the place came unglued.
Yes, yeah, no, because nobody knows what's going on. It's like, oh, it's such the heat of the moment.
You could have cut the tension in that room.
Yeah. Oh man. Again, it was $15 for a ticket to go to AXW American Dreams.
Worth many times more than what we paid.
That's like a movie ticket. Come on. So yeah, the match ends, no contest. I assumed Leo went to the hospital afterwards. I was like, you should probably go to the hospital. America. So after that, takes a minute. Dude, they were wiping down the blood with an Orioles blanket, and I was like, "Wow!" Yeah, that was wild. All right, moving on. Anything else about that?
No, that's all I got for that.
Leo, we hope you feel better soon. He seemed in really good spirits after the match. I sent him a couple of messages. I haven't prodded any further because I'm sure he's got lots of other things going on, like getting healthy again. But yeah, no, that was certainly a scary moment.
Leo, if you want to rip more cards, hit us up. I'll buy any amount of Pokemon cards.
Yes, Leo. Yeah, absolutely.
AJ, you too. Any of y'all.
Yeah.
Let's do a company-wide rip before the next show.
I still have several cards, so we got to just go find more. All right, in the AXW Heavyweight Championship, Lance NOI versus O'Shea Edwards. O'Shea Edwards, the big bad kaiju, comes out to shadowboxing by Jizza. Already a mark. Is it? I don't know if I could. Nah, I can't find it quickly, but I have that. I have that whole record. It's incredible. NOI announced that he moved to Orlando. He was released by the WWE last year. Could he be re-signing? I feel like you only move to Orlando to work for Disney, Publix, or the WWE.
No, that's fair. And Jared and I were kind of talking. It's like before. It's like, well, who do you think wins this match? And like, right, like I had known that, and I'm like, man, who knows where he'll be in. You know, where will he be in a month or 2 months? Like, you know, like, again, dude, he was awesome. He was flying around, another barefoot wrestler, which always just drives me bananas. I'm like that. I would be terrified at all times.
And he is a third-generation wrestler. His dad is Umaga, right?
Samu?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think his dad's Umaga. I was gonna say I know he's part of the bloodline. I don't know exactly where that tree falls. I know you had that tree up before.
Yeah, no, you're correct. His father is Samu.
Right.
Yes, but he is part of the Anoa'i family. If we go to his personal life here, is there no, of course not. Yeah, Samu was a member of the Wild Samoans, the Samoan SWAT team, the Head Shrinkers. His uncles are Afa Anoa'i, Manu, and Lloyd Anoa'i, better known as L.A. Smooth. Yeah, but his cousins include the Usos, The Rock, all of those folks, Roman Reigns, etc., the Fatus. So moving on, but yeah, Lance can move. He's a barefoot wrestler, which is always fun to see. He got all the moves. Does the yeet, the people's elbow? What was the other one?
Well,
He did a people's. We thought it was a people's elbow.
Yeah,
he
he
did
set
a
up.
standing
He did the whole thing.
moonsault.
He even pantomimed taking off the elbow pad he wasn't wearing to throw into the crowd.
Oh my god!
But
I know, it was
then he
sick.
turned it into the standing moonsault.
Incredible. But at the end of the day, it's just the two big men going at it. Do you have something you wanted to say, Jared? I thought you were about to cook.
No, I mean, I just, I am excited to see Lance Anoa'i on TV, which I have no doubt I will be doing within the next, calendar year, for one reason. Everyone who was working these shows
Mhm.
was just so nice.
Yes.
You think, you're like, oh, this guy is his cousin's The Rock, his dad's it. Like, everyone's going to be, standoffish or a little... But, even, all the people working there were, lifelong wrestling people,
Mhm.
so, who know and have been around, the greats. But they're all just, so happy to see you and so talkative.
Yeah, I would love to speak to that too. Talking about Cowboy. He came up to us.
that dude is my
People always
favorite.
talk about if you work a wrestling show, you're supposed to go and introduce yourself to everyone and shake your hands and all.
Mhm.
Great. We were just kind of trying to stay out of the way. It was our first time here, but people were coming to us and talk to us.
Yeah.
Cowboy came up to us and introduced himself, and we're like, "Hey, you want to do an interview?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll do an interview." Awesome like that. Jared, how long was that conversation we had with
Max Weinberg, the commissioner of
Yeah,
AXW?
he just came on the table, started talking to us for
The commissioner
30
came up-
minutes.
I missed at least a match and a half.
But again, he just came up. He's like, oh, we were talking about what we got on our tables, and we were talking, history of the Fieldhouse and things like that. Again, everyone was incredibly kind, and incredibly nice. Again, it makes me really excited to go back, feeling a little more comfortable, and kind of hoping to branch out with some of those other people.
Yeah, so come here and be nice. Come there, meet us, and be nice to us too.
And buy cards.
Yeah, absolutely. O'Shea Edwards defended his title and announced that he had 10 months left. He'll be retiring at the end of the year. So whoever can come, challenge for the title, and if they don't take it, he will walk away into the sunset.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And he got home by 9 p.m.
Again, great show. Loved the vibes. The kids coming up to the table and just taking a stack of cards out and thumbing through it. That one kid going, my 3 favorite wrestlers are John Cena, Frankie Kazarian, and who was the third one? It was some insane poll.
Oh, Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio.
Right, it was whoever we had the plate of.
And I was like, you can't be older than 16, 17.
Dude, if that, bro.
And some of
that
the
kid was way younger than that.
Oh, I think we're mixing 2 kids up then.
Not the one that took all the Pokemon cards.
I
The
still-
blonde kid that was with that girl.
I still think he was oh, was he? All right, maybe.
Yeah, but just
all kids look alike.
Yeah. But yeah, we will be back for the next show on April 11th at the Hamburg Fieldhouse. Come out, say hi, buy stuff, be cool. Shout out to the dad who his kid bought some raw cards, and he was like, "Oh, it's a good thing that you only have cards and not figures." And it's like, buddy, if I had space in my apartment, I'd have the figures too. But anything else you guys want to say about American Dreams before we pop off and talk about the big boys in AEW?
like I know we've already said it, like come out and support this. You should always support local wrestling as a whole, but especially these guys. Like again, personally talking to Antonio and the other people involved, like these are the kind of people that you want to support in wrestling. There's a lot of good people and bad people in wrestling. I can tell you, these are the good people. They do it for the right reasons. They do it for, quote unquote, the love of the game. They want to put on a family friendly show. Like, and everything I told my wife, she's so excited to come to the next show.
Yeah, absolutely. The family friendly aspect of it was very welcoming. Again, showtime's at 5, wrapped up by 8:30. I mean, what else? What else could you want? So, good time. You know what else is a good time, guys?
The C Show.
The C Show?
Welcome back to the C Show. We're talking about Dynamite on February the 25th. We're in Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. Perhaps some Mile High madness later. Denver is a cursed place. Cursed place, though. The airport. The babes are going to fill you with so much wrath it's going to come out of your ass. But the Megabad will make you bow down and stay down. Oh, yikes. Now I'm scared and horny.
Hi, Connor's mom.
The Young Bucks address FTR and FTR respond. FTR crossed the line. FTR blames the family for getting involved. You kicked Stokely first. You made it personal. It's personal now. Mile High Madness 10-man tag team match later in the show. But first, eliminator match in the Continental Classic, Jon Moxley versus El Clone. Shafir talks with Renee before the match. There is no peace for great men. There is no pain in that slap. Only joy. Yikes. What are you guys' moves of the match?
Mine's right before the finish, Jared, so if you want to go first, so we can just kind of keep it in order.
Let's see. Mox hit an incredibly clean lateral press. I don't know if I've seen that move before, but I instantly was taken with it. El Clone choking Moxley with a tag rope. Nice little moonsault off the barricade. And I'll let Connor take it away from there.
So for me, again, I've loved what El Clone's been doing, where he's been like flipping and bouncing out of different moves and people get mad. Now, especially when people get mad, I'm like, do it more. So Jon Moxley goes for a stomp and he literally does a front flip through it. And it's just like, I'm good. Nothing happened. After that, as he's up, he does a double stomp to Mox's chest for a 2. And then after that, we get into the finish here.
Paradigm shift, Death Rider, 1, 2, 3. There's no second chance for El Clone. I loved Mox just lying prone in the ring and Clone with the avalanche stomp right before that, too. Brutal. But Prince Nana interrupts the broadcast. You think Swerve cares about $100,000 and a week off? Stupid fools. Without any delay. Whose house?
Swerve's house.
You miss me, sickos? Figures us, the fans, would enjoy what he did to Kenny. Swerve comments on the structure of the commentary desks. And the crowd still behind Kenny. Swerve comments that Kenny had the gall to call someone else the most dangerous man in AEW. I am nothing else but a man of my word. Not only did you challenge me as a man, you challenged me as a threat.
Real quick, I just caught, because did you hear how he responded to someone, your mama boy?
Yes.
I rewatched it like 3 times to try and hear, and I'm pretty sure the guy just said, you're a piece of shit. And literally, like, there's a pause, he just goes, your mama boy. And I was like, oh!
I heard it as a member asked who the other EVP Swerve already dealt with, and he said, your mama.
Either way, fantastic.
That's pretty good.
He's done with the Elite. It's time to focus on Hangman. The locker room is on notice. I will take you down, too. Brody King responds. He's got a problem with Swerve thinking that he can be AEW Men's Champion. Brody faces Mark Davis, and he decides who gets a shot at MJF. Next up, Orange Cassidy versus Gabe the Kid. Orange has a new Tron. Lost. Roddy. Reward. $15 gift card.
That was so great.
Where's the $15
amazing
gift card that Orange Cassidy is giving out?
Wherever.
Whatever.
To Vanilla V, so you can go wherever.
I was going to say Ross. Ross Dress for Less.
Paxson. He looks like a Paxson guy to me.
I feel like it's like just like one of those gift cards from back when gift cards were allowed to expire and you just lost the money. He's like, yeah, I've just had this since 2003. It's to like East Coast Video or something that doesn't exist anymore.
It's an iTunes gift card.
Like literally.
What's your guys? Oh, well, and then also the audience all got signs too. They all got the Lost Roddy signs. Incredible. What are your guys' moves of the match?
For me, it's just anytime that OC does any part of his bit, like OC goes and like does these like little baby slaps to
the baby chops,
yeah,
the
like
leg chops,
the baby chops, and
the crowd eats it.
Dude, Gabe Kid's just like looking at him like what, and then he immediately, of course, goes to hands in the pockets.
Though the hands came immediately out of the pockets when it got picked up. I was like, that was the shortest hands in the pocket moment I've ever seen.
Because Kid spits in his face, then immediately grabs him to pick him up, and then OC does this super smooth counter into his beach break. I was like, that whole series was great.
Yeah, is that the one where he baits Kid into the beach break? Because that's my move of the match. Yeah, phenomenal stuff.
I mean, speaking of baiting, for me, it's when he's rolling inside and out of the ring, nonstop at varying speeds, including stopping in the middle just to pose on him. Incredible, because Gabe Kidd is like, a big schmuck. So the more you make a joke out of it, the angrier he's going to get.
Speaking of making a big joke out of it, Kid drags the ref into the middle, jumping piledriver and pin, 1, 2, 3. Gabe Kidd wins. Clark Connors comes out to continue the brutality, but Darby Allin, boy, he fucking hates Gabe Kidd, huh? Clark Connors baited in, sunset powerbomb, Darby with the jacket, evoking the legend Sting. Ollie onto Gabe Kidd's back.
Well, I just loved because Darby comes in, hits Kid in the face, and he just, like, rolls it towards Connors. Like, Connors looking at him, he just rolls it at him, and then Connors is dumb enough to bend down and go to pick it up. So Darby hits him with the code red, and I'm like, dude, you cannot be that foolish.
Oh, right.
Look behind you.
That is a code red.
Why does Darby keep getting in blood feuds?
That's all he knows, dude. That is all he knows.
Darby Allin's like, they're like, who should my next person that only one of us could live?
Darby has 2 speeds, injured and dying.
Injured, dying, climbing Mount Everest.
3 speeds.
3 speeds.
You can die on climbing Mount Everest.
He's talked about it. He's talked about seeing the, like, not to get macabre, but, like, Everest is lined. Like, the path up there is lined with just dead people because it's too dangerous to bring them down.
Just like the road to hell is paved in good intentions.
Yeah.
But not at all.
Don't climb Everest. Don't do it. Don't make those Nepalese guys
Completely
do that
unrelated.
anymore. Leave them alone. Thunder Rosa and Statlander talk to Renee. Thunder Rosa doesn't have time to play stupid games. Statlander warns her to be careful, but Thunder Rosa throws caution to the wind. I don't do careful. We all got to do brush up on our Spanish, don't we? Statlander won't clarify why she keeps warning Thunder Rosa.
Right, that was so weird to me. Because, like, I get it. It's like, okay, like, yes, you got by Thekla and the Sisters of Sin, but just, like, you would just say, it's like, hey, they're real bad people or whatever. But she's like, like, she wouldn't say. And I'm like, are they breadcrumbing us here?
It's given. She said all that like man, this is nerd. She said all that like Sansa Stark was talking about how evil Boltons were before the Battle of the Bastards, and she's like, he's gonna do something, but whatever he wants you to do the other thing, and and that's the vibe I'm getting.
Love it. Perfect. Sansa Stark. Goated. All right. New this week, we have a new segment, the J.E. Dude, I'm not saying that.
I don't understand what you're talking about. So this is Jared's AEW match of the week.
Okay.
JEW.
You know what that spells, right?
I'm not familiar, no.
I think you, of all the three of us here.
Well, okay, and that fits.
Okay.
I think it works. Look, you know how to use it.
Okay.
You can call it Jared's Jam or some lame stuff. But to me, this is the JEW match of the week. Sometimes I feel like it's going to be MJF. Thank you. So what this is, y'all, is I want you to see what it is I see when I watch wrestling. because, this is a podcast for newbies, and we don't always watch it, in terms of the physical actions that are going on, but we consume the whole of the storyline. So I'm going to recap, do the recap.
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you how I saw it, and then afterwards you guys can give your moves in the match.
I can't wait to enter your mind palace here.
We start off with the Sultan of Suave, Mansoor. He strikes a pose, and the body's T, but my man Kevin Knight is cuter. They start bouncing off the ropes, and Mansoor catwalks over Kevin Knight, serving face that even the Jet has to respect. There's some weird finger wiggling, and I'm pretty sure I heard Kevin say something about touching tips, but it's back to wrestling. Mansoor gets 2 good hits in, and then seems to go back to talking about touching tips. Kevin Knight has enough of this foolishness and reminds us who he is. Mansoor, weak-kneed, stumbles into the ring. Mansoor gets a good counter in, gouging Kevin's eyes, and hits off a sequence ending with the Manhattan Drop Spinebuster combo. For those at home, the Manhattan Drop is the one that looked really painful for the fellas. He does a little too much showboating, though, and ends up belly flopping into the ring, like me, every time I've ever jumped off a diving board. Kevin Knight sees his hurt ego and decides to hurt the rest of him for good measure. So he beats Mansoor up a pretty good bit and reminds everyone that Kevin the Jet Knight is a superhuman athlete. Kevin Knight spends 15 of the next 20 seconds levitating about 9 feet off the ground as Mansoor disappears into the ether and the Jet gets back to dealing with real business like the absolute man he is. What was your move of the match?
I kind of don't want to say anything. This is actually a real question. Is it Mansoor or is I thought they were saying Mansoir? Like I thought it would
I believe it's Mansoor.
It is Mansoor. Okay.
Yeah.
Sultan of Suave, by the way, is taken directly from his Instagram. That is
Yes.
a title he has.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did know that. Just because I could never tell. Like I watched these guys do like career mode, and they had, and sometimes they call people by not their actual names.
Mansoir.
I didn't know which, but I swore on commentary saying Mansoir, and I was like, oh, I don't know. So I just wanted to ask.
That might be a Nigel McGuinnessism. Did you see Nigel McGuinness with his feet kicked up on the desk?
No, I missed
How
that.
Oh,
unprofessional.
Fantastic.
That's a $5,000 fine from Tony Khan. If I was Tony Khan, that's a $5,000 fine. my move of the match, I think just like the idea of it, putting a comedic wrestler up against Kevin Knight and letting Kevin Knight like play out of that. Mansoor is phenomenal in and of himself too. Like you can't discredit him, but like making Kevin Knight do that, it's a really interesting way, and showing off the different abilities that he has inside that tool set of his.
It was a fun match.
So much fun.
And now why I thought it was so fun, because that's what I saw happen.
No, you hit my move of the match. For me, it was absolutely the Manhattan Drop into the really beautiful Spinebuster. Like that was fantastic.
Sure, I'm sure
But-
it was.
but
what
I-
I said happened to be your move of the match too.
Look, man, we spent about however long on the beginning. If you want me to rip through the whole thing, if you want to be here till 9 o'clock, we can rip.
Hey, why do you think I didn't watch? Never mind.
I do want to talk about,
Yes.
because Kevin Knight does do this promo next. And I just want to talk about the beginning, and then you can rip through the rest.
Please.
First, he says, another win for Mr. Too High, which I didn't know was one of his nicknames. Love that so
Mr.
much.
Two Fly.
Oh, Too Fly. I thought it was Too High. Either
That's
way.
the Rascals.
See, I can't hear anything. But Kevin starts talking about Adam Page and MJF's match.
Mm-hmm.
And it was confirmed later, but he spoiled what MJF's stipulation was going to be. That was not said yet by anybody. The whole thing was Max was going to reveal it.
Oh yeah.
But Kevin Knight was like, it doesn't matter if it's a one-way handicap match or a Texas death match. And I was like, never heard of a one-way. I'm like, because at first I was like, maybe he's just like saying a wild stipulation just to be like, it doesn't matter what it is. But then when that came up later, I was like, oh, he spoiled that.
I choose to believe MJF had something completely different, and then he was listening and he went, "Oh shit, that's a good idea.
That sounds way better than what I
That's
thought.
a good idea." He goes, "So much inspiration from the AEW match of the week."
I'm glad I almost played Hava Nagila underneath it. I had everything set up almost, except like searching it. But I'm glad I didn't do that.
I keep an MP3 of it on me.
Kevin Knight says, not only am I the future, the Jet is the here and now. But up next, MJF and Hangman decide on a stipulation. The floral jacket MJF wears is so weak, but it's also a great fuck you to Hangman.
No, I'm sorry. I gotta talk about, because I rewound it about 4 times with Lid for the whole thing that Kevin Knight finished with.
Oh.
So he said, patience is a virtue, but in the meantime, in between time, sit back and enjoy the view and give praises to the one you look up to, the Jet. The Jet is not the future. He is the here and now.
Ooh, phenomenal.
Bars.
MJF calls Hangman bold, brave, lays out his challenge. Did you know that? So, Hangman Adam Page, he has a government name. It's not that. You don't say. Stephen Woltz. What did he teach?
Probably history.
Graphic design.
That's sick.
I was thinking that he was a history teacher too, right?
Like the classic like football coach or athlete where it's like, I teach history, but really I watch film in class.
Yeah, our history teachers were not that. You people in Denver are stupid, ignorant potheads. If you smoke dope, you'll go broke. Hold on, I just wanted to throw my gum in the garbage and then tosses it into the crowd. He's going to leave it up to a coin toss. MJF calls it the one-way, no disqualification match, meaning I can do whatever I want. Doesn't he already? Hangman says, with barbed wire, tearing Max's gums apart and tearing his tongue out. One time, before I was actually diagnosed with ADHD, my mom joked that a potential solution to my constant jibber-jabber was found in a book she was reading, where they cut a guy's tongue out to get him to stop talking. And yeah, I've been to therapy. Why do you ask?
I thought you were just going to eat the book.
Knowing all your usual tricks, they now mean nothing. You call yourself the devil, but this hell is mine. You don't stand a chance. If I can't beat a piece of shit like you, I don't deserve this championship. They flip the coin. The coin lands heads up. It's going to be a one-way, no DQ match. Shivani and Hangman both look at the mat in despair.
Hey, let me see that quarter real quick.
Give me the quarter, Max. Jet Speed were waiting for him, so were Brodito on both sides of the entrance. MJF runs into the crew. Hangman knew the quarter was gimmicked. Tony Khan, on the earpiece, says because the coin was rigged, calls it a Texas death match. Sickos be eating, sickos be eating.
I think what was even better is after MJF got called the double-sided coin, he's like, we'll do a real flip. And he's screaming to the crowd, who's got a quarter?
Who's got a quarter?
He's like, we'll do a real one. We'll do a real one.
You would think, they would have an AEW coin, but,
Oh, yeah, like the kind like a special edition like they used for the Super Bowl.
They probably did. MJF was just going to keep the quarter from the crowd.
See, but that's another merch opportunity right there. Is MJF's gimmick quarter, and instead of the porch or the silhouette of the profile actually of Washington, it's a profile of Max. That would be good. I would buy that.
Tony Khan, hit us up.
Tony Khan, hit me up.
We know you're listening.
I'm good at merch. The Brawling Birds have some words. It's no skin off the bird's noses. Listen, I don't want to get into it. I didn't want to research it, but like a bird's nose beak. It's like keratin. It's not really skin. It's like dead skin, isn't it? Okay, this is just an SNL sketch, right? Like, but at the end of the day, the Brawling Birds, they don't give a flying fuck.
I will also point out that as this pre-tape started, Lid goes, oh, this is just the female version of Pretty Deadly. And I was like, damn, you are right on. It's like, you are right on.
Pretty Deadly was a WWE tag team of 2 British gentlemen, Kit Wilson and Elton Price. Elton Price, unfortunately, was injured, I believe, at the end of last year. He had a neck fusion surgery a couple months ago. He's probably never going to wrestle again. Kit Wilson is being pushed now as a singles wrestler in WWE, but their tag team Pretty Deadly was sort of like 80s synth pop, Pet Shop Boys, Human League, sort of adjacent sort of thing.
Sounds like the male version of Megabad.
Speaking of Mega Bad, in the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship, Mega Bad, Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford with Lena Cross versus the Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. Harley deleted her Twitter account. To those who bullied her, go fuck yourself, go touch grass. What's your guys' moves of the match?
It's not my move of the match per se, but just what I want to talk about here.
Yeah.
So, there's a point where Megan Bayne does a dive onto the floor in the Babes of Wrath, and then Penelope Ford does a moonsault to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like there was some kind of miscommunication, and the Babes just don't really catch her at all. She hits the ground pretty hard, and then after that, she did not return to the match. When they go back to a wide shot, you can see the doctors talking to her on the apron. According to PWI Insider, the reports are that it's not broken. There's no broken bones, but they're still kind of trying to see exactly what the damage is. So again, right, it's all a show. They're all real people. Wishing you all the best in your recovery, right? And let's get back and pick up this storyline because I've loved everything that Mega Bad and the Babes have done.
Yeah, absolutely. Jared, your move of the match?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Babes hit some cool coordinated enziguris, but main thing is to focus on getting well and to remember that these people are highly trained professionals. But accidents happen, whether it be AEW or AXW.
Yes.
And do not try crazy things at home.
Mm-hmm.
Do the basic fun stuff, but don't do the crazy stuff. And support those who get hurt, regardless of their in-ring personas.
My move of the match is Spine on the Pine by Willow on Bane. Willow cannonball off the apron. Cross comes out. Lena Cross comes out with the title, hits Willow. This match is over by disqualification. Great job with the PWI Insider. SRS and Fightful reported, quote, an audible was called during the match that Lena Cross would run in and cause a DQ instead of leaving a match as a 2-on-1 where the heel in Bane had to fight from underneath.
Do you think if she doesn't get hurt, do you think Mega Bad win? Like, do you think it was almost like I feel like we're getting close to that time?
Yes.
We're going against each other so much. Like, part of me is like, I really thought Mega Bad was going to take. I thought this was a setup. Then it could they could move on to their next thing, right? So in my mind, I think they were going to win, and they're like, well, we can't have Megan Bayne win 2-on-1. That's a whole nother series of things.
Yeah.
Like, they probably just need to call the DQ, finish on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got to figure out when can she be back, and let's fix it.
And I feel like the most disappointing thing about this is that we just got Penelope Ford back. She just came back. And so for it to turn around and get injured like this so quickly, it really sucks. We hope you feel better soon, Penelope. Next up, Mark Davis with Don Callis versus Brody King. You know when you're gaming and you're just leaning back, you're just playing. I leaned forward for this one. I had to lock in.
On the two, how'd they put in two big meaty men swinging at each other?
Two big men swinging at each other.
The Battle of the Bears.
Rawr. Davis's fist is still wrapped up. Fans still chanting "fuck Ice." The crowd is very vocal. They're still chanting "fuck Don Callis" with "fuck Ice 2" following. Love it. What's your guys' moves of the match?
So for me, there was a point where Davis was on the guardrail, and I don't know whether he's just really good at selling it, but it looked like he was going to tip over backwards when he was laying flat. And part of me was like, did he really lose his balance? Was it one of those like, oh no, I'm fine? Or was he like, oh, I can sell this, right? Like, I literally thought he was going back on his head. And again, it was just something funny. It was a small moment in the match when these two were beating the hell out of each other, right? That gave that little like levity to be like, oh, right, this is fun. This is good.
That was after Brody jumped out of the... Yeah, I wrote that down too. I thought he was just twerking. He was like, well, might play it up. No, what a fun match. My move is the fan who brought a sign to the arena that said Don Callis is a boiled hot dog.
I liked No Kings But Brody.
I mean, that's
Oh,
sick.
hell yeah.
Davis suplex, one for Brody, but Davis knocks him down again with a lariat. But Brody gets back-to-back lariats and pin to win 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Brody King wins. Bandito comes out to celebrate, pick Brody back up. Brody calls out Swerve. I am number 1 at violence, the most dangerous man in AEW. Brody wants a fight at Revolution, so does Bandito. Swerve and Nana were backstage, but walked away from the monitor. But it's Andrade and Callis who walk down the ramp as Andrade and Bandito face off. Meanwhile, backstage, Renee Paquette is with Kyle Fletcher. Be careful what you wish for. You came into the ring with the best, and you came up short, Fletcher says to Tommaso Ciampa. Now it's Pinky, and it belongs to me. Okada walks in. Okada is proud of Fletcher. We have both been champions, unlike Takeshita. On Collision, we team up as Proto-Okada.
The unlike Takeshita will always get me from the news clip from years ago in Philly where a guy caught a baby they threw out the window. It's like they're throwing him out. I was catching him.
Unlike Aguilar.
That is a nationally renowned clip. I love how that is not even a Philadelphia thing anymore. People everywhere were like, that was crazy.
You've seen there's the 3-minute clip set to the classic version of the 6 ABC Action News theme, and it's just all of the crazy shit that's happened in Philly since 2016. It's yeah.
When did we kill Popebot?
I feel like that had to be
It's probably 2012 or
a
2013,
Hitchbot,
right?
Hitchbot?
Oh, Hitchbot. Right?
Hitchbot had to be 2014.
No, I was gonna say Popebot was something that Preston and Steve did when the Pope came to see if they would see if it would get destroyed again.
Speaking of Milehead Madness, it's FTR and the Demand versus Jungle Jack Perry, the Young Bucks, and the Rascals. The Rascals run out late. They must have been medicating. Ricochet, the Demand, and FTR attack Jack Perry first. Ricochet on the top turnbuckle, knocked down. Some of my other hell yeahs. Cash drinks a shot of something before a Buck kicks him. Stoke was wearing a mask. Dax runs him in. I went to speech therapy, folks. Stoke was wearing
fooled me.
Stoke was wearing a mask. Dax runs him into a Buck. No. Don't throw Stoke down the stairs. But instead it's a Buck. Myron Reed comes to save the day with a fire extinguisher. Xavier was about to get dumped. Off the ropes stunner. What about you guys?
Those were mostly mine. The other one is probably when Leona launches Perry over the barricade onto Timekeeper's table, and the table doesn't break. Perry bounces off it and just hits hard. And then other than that, it was when Perry gets a vacuum cleaner. I've never seen that as a weapon, and he just slammed it on, I believe it was Leona, and the whole thing just explodes with all the dust.
That was so fun. Young Bucks kept throwing trash cans. When Myron Reed ran out and just leaped over the ropes into a stunner, I was like, oh, that's my new guy. I love him now. Hit some crazy enzuigiris.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Rascals, what I could only describe written down as double table flippy slam. Where they combine slam the...
Mm-hmm.
A double Spanish fly for people keeping track at home.
I haven't heard a Spanish fly in a long time. Ooh. It was a little Spanish
I was like, why
fly.
did I write he slammed Rice? Or Rico. It is Rico.
Ricochet.
Yeah.
The spot with the vacuum cleaner was hilarious. The dust was a super visual bit. It engulfs the whole ring. It's also a tactical thing as well. Our ending here... Power and Glory elbow drops for Wentz, Ricochet, 450 splash. Our finale here is a Hot Fire Flames, Perry playing defense with the Destroyer, BTE trigger on Ricochet, Perry launched by the Bucks, knee right into Ricochet's face, Perry pinned to win, 1, 2, 3, and it's over. The Bucks, Rascals, and Perry celebrate in the middle of the ring. Any thoughts before we talk about Collision?
That was awesome. That was
top
to bottom.
This could have been my match of the week, but I could not possibly describe all of what happened here. So instead, it was just sick.
Absolutely. Well, we'll be back here with more AEW action on The C Show. Welcome back to the C Show. Did you guys complete the No Wrestling Challenge on February the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st?
Yes.
Okay, good job, guys. Good job. MJF storms out. Do you think I'm just some sort of indie deathmatch bum? Tony Khan, get your bony ass out here right now. But instead, he gets Kevin Knight. The Jet been getting the job done, stacking W's. The people are tired of hearing how great you are, of how much money you have. Even though we know your scarf is fake. You know it. The people in Denver know it. The people all around the world know it. The Jet is way more handsome than you are, too. Ha ha ha. Jared?
Look, yeah, it's different. It depends on what you're into.
Maybe even a world champion. The Jet is the here and now. Max responds, you want to tell Big Hebrew how to do his job? Get your ass on a jet, El Paso Dynamite for the Triple B. You're not the future, hell, not even the now. All you're gonna be is history. Mark Briscoe, Tommaso Ciampa, and Jay Lethal. Briscoe has some good words for Ciampa. Ciampa is going to get his title back. Lethal is going to prove his worth later against Ciampa. In an 8-man tag team match, the Death Riders, Claudio, Daniel, Pac, and Wheeler face off against the Callis family, Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, Lance Archer, and Josh Alexander. What's your move of the match here, Connor?
My move of the match is when Claudio, as I put it, rips a small country's worth of uppercuts. There was a good 30-some seconds where just everyone and their mother was eating uppercuts, and I'm like, I could watch this on repeat all night.
Absolutely. Yuta looks just goofy with the beanie. Romero tries to pull it off. High crossbody by Archer. Pac leaping Enziguri on RPG Vice on both Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta. Nigel references Joss Ledoux, a lumberjack wrestler portrayed by Michael Pigeon in relation to Wheeler's beanie. Claudio brings in a chair, but that's perfect for Marina to come in, nearly gets the razor's edge from Archer. We start off with a Death Rider death spiral on Archer, alone in the middle of the ring. Claudio fastball special, tossing Yuta on Archer. Yuta counters the flip with a knee strike, pin to win 1-2-3, and the Death Riders win, Yuta holding onto his beanie. Takeshita comes out, faces Mox in the ring, but they immediately go right at it. It's another brawl in the ring between the Callis family and the Riders. Takeshita and Mox brawl on the ramp. It's chaos. This is gonna be the feud. You know, these two big factions going at it, butting heads. It's gonna be good. Next up, we got Tommaso Ciampa versus Jay Lethal with the Swirl, Blake Christian and Lee Johnson. My move of the match. Pretty simple. Ciampa counters the King's Elbow, rolls up Lethal, almost gets the pin to win. This was a great match between two veterans of the ring.
No, absolutely. Like, that was definitely my first move of the match when Ciampa turned the elbow, rolled through for a pin. Other than that, it's when Lethal does a really nice backbreaker flatliner combo that was real smooth. Like, immediately slammed him on his knee, then brought him down on his face.
Ciampa brings down the knee pad while the Swirl tried to interfere further. But Ciampa gets the knee strike, pin to win, 1-2-3, and it's over. Do we think Ciampa's going to get the belt back soon?
I don't know. It kind of depends what you mean by soon. Within 3 months? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the next pay-per-view? I don't think so.
Agreed.
The Inspiration, Cassie and Jesse. What the Brawling Birds did was unprofessional, unacceptable at House Rules Australia. They took the Inspiration spotlight at their debut in their home country. Step up, step back, or step aside for the Inspiration. Here we go. We get a cool little cinematic promo about Clark Connors leaning into like 70s gritty crime cinema exploitation stuff. No one ever really wins in a fight. Okay, that's just my upstairs neighbor. The Brawling Birds, Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter, face off against Gypsy Mac and Tyra Rusumi. Gypsy Mac is signed with Women of Wrestling. Tyra is a freelancer. Hayter starts strong against Mac, toying with Tyra before mockingly making the tag. Windsor comes in, attacking Tyra to the midsection. Seemed a bit lower than that. Birds with a catapult move on Tyra, but Gypsy Mac comes in to fight, only to tumble out with Windsor. Double chop by the Birds. 2 birds, 1 stone. An assisted lariat with Mac up on Windsor's shoulders. Pin to win. 1, 2, 3. Next up, we get the announcement for a $200,000 4-way tag team match on the next Collision. The Swirl, Private Party, The Outrunners, and LFI, Mystico, and Rush. Listen, The Outrunners, I'm in, and Mystico, say less. Next up, Proto Okada, Fletcher and Okada with Don Callis versus Skyflight, Dante and Darius Martin with Christopher Daniels. What's your move of the match, Connor?
My move of the match was Fletcher clotheslines Dante over the top rope to the floor, and then Okada hits a really smooth DDT onto the floor.
Yeah.
Just a great combination move. I was really interested to see how they would work together, because, again, they haven't actually tagged in a traditional match together, and they were good, man. They were really good. They played off each other really well.
Yeah.
Some good moves, good combinations. I'm excited to see what else they cook up here.
You know what it kind of feels like? Kind of feels like Shaq and Kobe. Okada taps in, wants the Rainmaker, gets a dropkick. Darius gets the Rainmaker, and Okada willingly taps in Fletcher for the sheer drop brainbuster. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. That's one thing that I gotta admit to Proto Okada. They work really well together. They're both able to give each other spots, right? Whereas I don't think Takeshita and Okada could do that together. Okada and Fletcher, I don't think they could do that together either. Takeshita, he's up to something. Callis enters the ring to celebrate with his special boys. He gives a mic to Fletcher. Fletcher now has a pink belt. Fletcher and Okada are the greatest champions in this company's history. As Proto Okada, they are unstoppable, but that's Jet Speed's music. Speedball beat Fletcher. Knight beat Okada. The math isn't mathing. Okada counters. You've never beaten Proto Okada, bitch. Knight wants Fletcher to be his first defense for the World Championship. Speedball wants the TNT title. Jet Set Rodeo would love to face these two, plus whoever of the 12,000 wrestlers in the Don Callis family. Because it's always Jet Set Rodeo on top. Bitch. I'm quoting. Next up, in her first singles match in a while, Timeless Tony Storm.
Real quick, we do find out that Orange Cassidy and Darby, they want the War Dogs.
They want the War Dogs. That's it. Yes. Was that it out of that promo, basically? I think I jumped through it.
That's basically, yeah. It was just that they want them. They didn't say a specific date. I assume, again, setting up for Revolution.
Revolution, baby. In her first singles match since, I believe, October of last year, it's Timeless Tony Storm with Luther versus Zeta Steel with Christopher Daniels. Zeta kisses Tony's hand. Classy. Zeta Steel. Pretty cool. Pretty good stuff. Big crossbody, lung blower sending Tony out of the ring. Tony was willing to take some hits here, take some bumps here, and then build to that finish, which I really enjoyed. It's her first match, her first singles match in a while. It's her first match since Grand Slam Australia back last month. So for her to get back into it, get into the swing of things, this was a great match for her. What's your move of the match?
No, you hit it. It was definitely when Steel hit that lung blower, and then almost immediately after that self-harm dive after Tony rolled out.
3 German suplexes by Tony before she hikes her shorts up for the running hip attack. Storm 0, pin to win, 1, 2, 3. Tony gave them a fight, and the overhead camera gives us a great look of her struggling to pop back up, but Marina Shafir attacks. Tony raining down blows before Wheeler Yuta enters the ring, but Tony takes off the beanie. Bald. Tony puts on the beanie while Wheeler Yuta runs into the crowd. Next up, Hook has the Ops recruitment pitch. He asks some jobber, hey, do you want to join the Ops? Or, no.
Yeah.
The guy goes, yeah. And he's like, no, you don't. No,
Of course
you
you would.
Of course you would.
do.
And then he runs into Anthony Bowens. Bowens addresses Shibati through the camera. Thinks it would be a wonderful idea if Bowens joined the Ops, former tag team trios champion, the Pride of Professional Wrestling. Hook responds, this is business. The question is,
are you a killer?
Yes, if you're a proper fit for the Ops. The Ops are killers, but Bowens, killer? Where are we at? We're almost there.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa Statlander tag.
Next up, the Sisters of Sin face off against Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa. My move of the match is the ending, so I'll let you go here first. Go first here, Connor.
Probably when the Sisters of Sin did that double flapjack, right? Literally just picked up Thunder Rosa by her legs and then just dumped her on her face. And then I always love Statlander's Fisherman Driver.
Mm-hmm. Rosa breaks up the pin by crashing into the mess here in the middle. Rosa drags Hart to throw her against the barricade. Statlander German suplex. Saturday Night Fever from Statlander before Rosa drives down Hart for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and win. Excuse me. Guess who's back? It's Thekla and those giant shoulder pads. If there's anything I can't stand, it's not just one, it's two dumb bitches. Thekla demands that Statlander explains how Thekla made her cry, bleed, and took the title from her. I don't fight to win, I fight to kill. Say goodbye to the past of the AEW's women's division because I am the future. In our main event for Collision, it's Andrade El Idolo versus Tomohiro Ishii. Before recording, I was reading that Ishii suffered a neck injury probably during this match. I know, right? He just suffered a hip injury recently, neck injury. He wrestled at New Japan Pro Wrestling's A New Beginning in Trenton, New Jersey on Friday. That would have been the 27th of February. We were debating on going. I was too busy, and I got DM'd by Jared's wife that I could not take Jared for 2 nights in a row.
This is true.
Sophie, I have plans. Don't you worry about it. Callis lets us know that certain demographics love Andrade. Listen, the bit here, Andrade goes to bask in the crowd's jeers, also to take another selfie with a woman. What's she trying to give him? Like, was she trying to give him like a Nutri-Grain bar or something?
I literally wrote down it was a blueberry Nutri-Grain bar.
Yeah, I miss those. What's your move of the match?
It was right before that when Andrade does, as I put it, a big air crossbody, like similar to how Jared talked about Kevin Knight levitating off the floor for an incredibly long. That's how I felt with Andrade got up.
My move of the match is the double knee attack by Andrade. Ishii kicks out basically at 2.99. Moonsault to standing shooting star press. Ishii kicks out again. Callis is confused in Espanol. Back elbow sends Ishii down. Andrade DM, pin to win, 1, 2, 3, and Callis approaches the ring to celebrate with Andrade. But that's Bandito's music. Andrade takes his pants off, a move I did not understand. Because he's wearing knee pads and like shorts underneath, and it's like, did you have another show you were going to wrestle at after this? I don't get it. Bandito will face Andrade at Revolution on March 15th. Andrade spits on the open hand of Bandito. They point at each other, finger guns.
Yeah, I literally go, Bandito offers a handshake, Andrade denies, and Bandito makes his hand a gun.
Pew, pew, pew. Good show. Good weekend. And when you throw AXW in there, a fantastic weekend. But we're going to talk about the next week of AEW programming here on The C Show. Welcome back to The C Show. We've got some upcoming action to talk about. Probably after you've listened to this now, maybe by the time it comes out, you will know, or you will be looking forward to the AEW Women's World Championship, Thekla versus Thunder Rosa. Do we think Thunder Rosa takes it from Thekla, or do we think that it's still toxic time?
I assume it will be the usual. Thekla and the Sisters of Sin will cheat, right? So then Thunder Rosa will get another shot. It's too soon into Thekla winning and Thunder Rosa coming back. They haven't had any actual like interaction before this, besides from shouting across the stadium at each other. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's that time yet.
I just checked my watch and it says it's still toxic time. So on the men's side of the company, in the World Championship, MJF versus Kevin Knight. I was a little surprised by this booking. I've been saying Kevin Knight, belts on belts on belts. World Championship? Okay.
And this isn't even an eliminator.
This is just straight.
I mean, I'm about it. I don't have much illusion on what's gonna happen.
Same.
But sure.
In my head canon, Kevin Knight is going to win and then have to face Adam Page in a Texas death match. It's going to be like, well, what now?
That would still be fun. That would still
that would still be sick. Like, obviously, like I said, that's in my head what I'm deciding to believe.
And the Brawling Birds will face the Inspiration. I'm excited to see the Inspiration. They've been with the WWE. They were with TNA. They've got some interesting stuff going on there. And the Brawling Birds, I like Jamie Hayter. She's great. Alex Windsor's fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the Brawling Birds. My first thought is this might be squashish. Probably not direct squash adjacent.
Like a zucchini?
Yes.
Okay. Any thoughts, Jared?
Excited to see Kevin Knight and MJF. Yeah, no, I have no thoughts on the Brawling Birds, and I have no idea who the Inspiration is. Sorry, I mean, look, y'all. Here's the thing. I was gonna watch Collision, but are you aware that our very own Mr. Charles over here is the greatest Pokemon Twitch streamer of all time?
That's true.
And I just got so sucked in. I was playing Pokemon on my console, and it was like we were hanging out, which is a dream come true.
We never hang out ever,
as
Jared.
a fan of the podcast. Getting to tangentially hang out with Charlie in a what's the term they use for it nowadays?
Parasocial.
You ever had parasocial relationships with someone that you already have a relationship with? It's great. Double dipping. But you don't have that problem. So you, listener at home, should hop on and watch us Twitch occasionally. It's super fun.
Twitch.tv/CShowPod. And then on Collision on Saturday, we've got a $200,000 four-way tag team match. The Outrunners versus Private Party versus LFI versus The Swirl.
For your sake, I just need to be the Outrunners. We need them to get more TV time. This is the first step.
Yeah, look, trust me,
son of a bitch.
Because if the Outrunners are there, I'm gonna actually watch this Collision.
Hey, there we go.
I'll hold my breath.
I'm gonna watch that match.
I'm still gonna hold my breath.
Okay, it's not terribly wrong.
Hey, listen, do you want to know how you can find out if Jared watched Collision or not? Tune in next week on The C Show. Of course you like The C Show. Make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with your friends. Support the show directly at ko-fi.com/cshowpod. Follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Facebook, and YouTube at C Show Pod. Have a question for the boys? Send an email, cshowpod@gmail.com. Thanks to our friends Amir, Patrick, and Justin for their assistance. The C Show is a production of 832 Media. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll be back next week.
That's the best ending ever.